We already talked about the transfers that worked for the 2021 season, but what about those teams and riders that just didn't gel for whatever reason from 2020 to 2021? Let's talk about the top 5 transfer flops. Greg Van Avermaet and his transfer from Team CCC to AG2R Citroën. That just highlighted that he hadn't been that golden in the last couple of years. In fact, his last win was back in 2019, and he wasn't truly golden since 2017, the year after he won the 2016 Rio Olympics, when he won Omloop Het Nieuwsblad and Paris-Roubaix. He said the frustration, it was a lot for him because he was in a new team, AG2R, and he was just okay in the classics, and being okay in the cobbled classics is just not good enough, and that's all he was this year at the 2021 cobbled classics. Then the Tour de France frustration, well, it was boiling over because Ben O'Connor was fighting for a podium spot and Greg Van Avermaet was unable to help his teammate. Finally, at the World Championships, he was overlooked for the selection in the Belgian national team. He had been racing in the Belgian team year after year, and that World Championships was being contested on home soil in Flanders, and Greg Van Avermaet wasn't there in the team. A decision he said was merited. Sergio Henao, Team Quebec and Next Hash. It must have been a big fish for the team signing the Colombian, who spent time as a winner and a super helper in Team Sky. Remember, he led the team to overall victory in the 2017 Paris-Nice. He spent the last couple years at Team UAE Emirates, but for 2021, the best he had to show was a 21st overall in the Tour de France, which is great, but certainly not what he was looking for and not what the team was paying him for. But now he has other bigger worries because he's without a contract for 2022. He's one of those many riders in the team that's left stranded because the team failed to find a sponsor and a World Tour license for the upcoming season. I needed this. It's cold outside. 2021 wasn't a bad year, but wasn't a great year for Swiss wonderkid Mark Hirschi. Remember, he left Team DSM in a controversial transfer to join Team UAE Emirates. In 2020, he won a stage of the Tour de France. He rode it aggressively, won Flèche Wallonne, second Liège-Bastogne-Liège, third in the World Championships. He said he had many different problems throughout the 2021 season for many different reasons, and for sure in 2022 he's going to be wanting to get back to that 2020 vintage in his second year at Team UAE. Okay, let's get out of here. It's hard to call the transfer of Chris Froome from Team Ineos to Israel Startup Nation a complete flop. Remember, he's still trying to get back up to his best after breaking his leg in the 2019 Criterium du Dauphiné while training on his time trial bike. But it hasn't been going well for Chris Froome, and followers are getting impatient while turning their attention to new stars like Tadej Pogačar. The highest Chris Froome placed in this 2021 season was 22nd, and he finished the Tour de France 133rd overall, a race he used to dominate. He won 4 titles, but he's still trying to come up to his best again in a new team that doesn't have that big support structure like Team Ineos did. And certainly Froome and Israel Startup Nation will want more out of the 2022 season. All right, time to get home quickly. Got on one of these city electric bikes, they're great. And I saved the best for last. Miguel Angel Lopez's transfer from Team Astana to Team Movistar, and it was a disaster. Remember, in 2020, he placed 6th overall in the Tour de France, and he won the Col de la Luz summit finish stage. Well, in 2021, it started off well with Team Movistar. He won the Ruta del Sol overall, he won the Mont Ventoux Challenge, And then in the Vuelta a España, he gave Movistar its first stage win in its home Grand Tour in 4 years. But deep into the race, stage 20, things didn't go well. Superman missed the move and he wanted to quit the race entirely. Team Movistar forced him to continue, but he refused. He got off his bike, he quit the race. 2 days later, Team Movistar fired him. They said that he had broken his contract by quitting the Vuelta a España. Lopez had to look for a new team, and who did he find? His old team, Team Astana. And surely in 2022, he's going to be hoping it's much better than 2021.